Hello bookworms! It's a chilly winter's day here and I'm about to do some study. So I've come to this little cafe for a change of scenery to do some study, and I think they have some really good vegan pastries by the looks. So I might grab one of those as well. And then I thought I'd take you home afterwards and give you a bookshelf tour. All going well. So yeah, let's have a cozy study morning at this cafe. It's sunny out there, but it's absolutely freezing. It is so cold. That wind is like icy. So it's sunny, but it's freezing. I don't want to sit outside. So I had a lovely time at that cafe. It's really cute, and the people were really lovely. It was a little bit loud in there though. The music was up a bit loud, but stupid me, I forgot my earphones. So that's my bad. Like if I'm going to study at a cafe, I usually bring my earphones just in case it's noisy, or, you know, because people are talking and it's generally a noisy environment, but oh well. But I still got some stuff done, so that was okay. But I'm going to head home now and go and get warm. And yeah, I will give you a tour of my bookshelves. A bit later. Okay, bookworms, I've done a bit more study and it's time for a break. So I'm going to take you through some of my bookshelves. I won't describe every single thing that's on the bookshelf, otherwise this video is going to be so long. So I'll just let you have a quick look, show you how I've sort of organized things at the moment, because I frequently rearrange them, but and just give you a bit of a look. So over my shoulder here is the shelf that's in our dining room, and I share these shelves with my husband. But as you can see, up the top here is a lot of what I would call sort of non-fiction, maybe with an Asian flavor a little bit, but I've got a couple of biographies there that I can't wait to read. Also, my friend Summer gave me some of these books that she read as well, so those are up there. I also got a few of them at library book sales where they were getting rid of a few of their discontinued items, and so I have a few ex-library books up there as well that I was really interested in. And also my favorite Japanese fiction, Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto, is up there. She belongs in there as well. Highly recommend if you get a chance to read Banana Yoshimoto. She's amazing, beautiful books. And then this shelf is there's a little bit of esoteric stuff, I'd say. There's a few herbal remedies and natural remedies books here. A bit of cooking and food. There is a few, I love this book by Christopher McDougall called Born to Run. That's kind of about running. And so is Adara Ann Finn's books. They're about running too, and I don't own a lot of them, but I've read a lot of them, and that's one that I own there. There's a couple of travel things. I haven't read An Embarrassment of Mangoes by Anne Vanderhoof, but I hope to read that soon. Andre Brink, my friend Summer gave me that one too because we studied Andre Brink at school, so that's a fork in the road, but we studied A Dry White Season at school because we were at high school together, so she's given me that one to read as well. Yeah, I have the CWA cookery book and household hints, which I found on the side of the road in a hard rubbish collection pile. One day I knew my husband's work, so I grabbed that. So yeah, that's these shelves. The rest of the shelves here in the dining room all belong to my husband, and I'll just turn you around so you can see. As you can see, he is a massive Terry Pratchett fan. Heaps of Terry Pratchett there. We've also got the Harry Potter series, which my girls are reading number 4 at the moment. One of them is. I have some cookbooks down here. We like Jamie Oliver. We love the Blue Zones, Dan Buettner. Love the Moosewood cookbook. This is amazing if you've never read that. The Whole Pantry. Belle Gibson, notorious scammer, does not have cancer. So amazing recipes. None of the cancer and medical information is true. Be careful if you own this one. Yeah, so some beautiful books here. Then he also has some Feist, some Isaac Asimov there. Lots of Neil Gaiman. He loves Neil Gaiman. Loves, loves, loves. Some more Feist. Joe Hill. Loves Joe Hill. It's got Robin Hobb down here. Lee and Hearn. We all read the Tales of the Otori series and loved them. We all were addicted to those. Lee and Hearn is a pseudonym for the writer Gillian Rubinstein, who I read as a teenager and loved her books as her teenage fiction too. So Lee and Hearn and Gillian Rubinstein are the same person. But these are fabulous. Love those books. And he's also got a bunch of Stephen King and some Brandon Sanderson, George R.R. Martin. Excuse the old vacuum cleaner here. We're just putting that in a different spot soon. So yeah, that's what he's got on his shelves. Ugh. Lots of fantasy sci-fi. That's kind of his bit of a TARDIS. That's his bag there. I got a cup of tea. I got myself a fresh cup of tea. And I'll show you what's on this bookshelf in my bedroom. Did you go and get a cup of tea? Do you want to go get one? I'll wait. Go get a cup of tea. You back? Okay, great. It's good, isn't it? Keeping my hands warm. It's freezing today. Freezing. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's have a look. So I've kind of got it organized at the moment. I have general fiction and thrillers, maybe, heavier stuff on the bottom shelf. Then I've got some more general fiction here, and then it gets a bit more historical fiction, domestic fiction up here, and then it gets a bit more classic on the top. But I'll take you in for a closer look. It's very, very loose organization, especially for a librarian. So I'll take you in for a closer look. Okay, so on the bottom shelf here nearby Gigi, I've got a few... got some dystopian ones, yeah, some thrillers. Then we move across here. Got some books that some people have given me. My friend Kelly has given me this one. I've been dying to read Carrie Soto is Back because I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. Her Malibu Rising book was amazing, so good. Shantaram, given to me by my friend Tash. I've read that. It's amazing. It's a bit of a commitment because it's really long if you're going to read that, but it is really good. A classic, I would say. And then going up here to the cup shelf. So my friend Kylie gave me this one, Tully. That's one of her favourite books. What else have I got here? Oh, I've been aching to read Favel Perret. I hope I pronounced that right. Favel Perret. Favel Perret. I'm sorry, I probably butchered that, but apparently her books are amazing. She's a fellow Australian, Victorian actually, and she's won lots of awards, so I've been dying to read that one. Palomino, that was one of my mum's favourite books when she was younger, so I've got that one. This one, Misplaced Persons, that was, I think my sister-in-law gave me that one to read. Then I've got over here, my friend Beck gave me Jasper Ford's The Air Affair to read. 1984 classic, read that, read it in high school, will read it again periodically because it's amazing. What else have I got here? The Outsiders, also given to me by, I think my friend Kylie gave me that one. Yeah, so I've got a few there, you can see. Okay, moving up to the top shelf is my little book nook model that my husband gave me for Christmas. How cute is that? It's a tiny little library with a light in it. It's very cute. Okay, so we've got just a bit of a mix of historical stuff, I would call it. Anne of Green Gables, my favourite, will never not have these in my collection. Bridgerton, love those. Have you been watching them on Netflix? They're amazing. To Kill a Mockingbird, I've read that, but it's beautiful. What else have we got here? Okay, yes, girl, yes. Okay, if you need some funny, light, don't take yourself too seriously, bit sexy comfort reads with horses and famous people, and it's in the 70s, and it's just fabulous. They're called the Rutshire Chronicles. Julie Cooper is an absolute goddess. I fell in love with these books in my early 20s, and they're just so good. If you get a chance to read them, it goes Riders, Rivals, Polo, I think is the order. Might have that wrong. Might be Riders, Polo, Rivals, can't remember. But it's a trilogy, but there's more books in the series that kind of relate to these. But geez, they're good. They're so funny. And they're just great holiday reads, lots of fun. So if you get to read those. And then up to my classics shelf up here, we've got, these are actually DVDs, the Anne of Green Gables collection. I've got Little Women, which I've read, Joe's Boys and Joe and Laurie, which I haven't, but they're spin-offs of that one. This one's by Louisa May Alcott, this one's not. Then I've got some Georgette Heyer, Can't Lose, she's amazing. Bit of Bronte sisters, couple of Bronte sisters there, and of course Jane Austen and The Secret Garden. And I also have this vintage book. It's the Green Book for Girls, and it's one of those really old vintage ones that I picked up. It's nearly wrecked. I think a friend had it on her table at a wedding. She had books on her table as decorations, and it's just stories for girls. But I don't even know what year this is from. Could probably have a look. Oh my gosh. The illustrations are super cute though too. Look at those. And then over here I have some anime that I bought manga that I bought in Japan. Animes, the movies. Manga that I bought in Japan. So I have Futari Escape, but I only have the second one because they didn't have the first one in English, which was a bummer, but that's okay. My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, and the Laid Back Camp series from 1 to 12. There's actually 14 in the series, but the last two weren't there, so I'm going to have to try and find those online. The last two weren't there, in English, so I'm going to have to find those online. We bought those from a bookshop in Japan as a set, so yeah. So there you have it, folks. It was a quick tour. I didn't want to make this video an hour long or anything like that, because ain't nobody got time for that. So yeah, so I just went through briefly the books on mine and my husband's shelf, and of course my children have their own bookshelves and their own collections, so that's not all the books in my house by any stretch of the imagination. We both have piles of library books next to our beds as well, and in my book cupboard. And I also have uni books and art books and Japanese language books. My husband has some marketing and management books in his collection as well, in his study. So there's a fair bit in our house, but those are all the fiction and interesting non-fiction ones that I plan to read when I go on my library card moratorium. And I'm actually quite close to getting my library books list down now to where I will be able to start on my own collection. I'll link to the video up here that tells you my plans about my library card moratorium, where I plan to reduce my holds list and my library borrowing list down to 0. And then, which is, as a librarian in training, working in a public library, that's really hard. That's a real challenge, because I see good books every day that I want to read and that I want to borrow, and I'll have to restrain myself. So so I have about probably 25 to 30 books on my card at the moment in my desk, in my bedside drawer, bedside cupboard, words. And then I think I only have about 6 on hold left. So I'm gradually whittling that down to where I will have no items on hold. Except for uni reference books for my course. I'm not counting those in this because I'm studying. So there's reference books for my course that I have to borrow to read for assignments. So I'm not counting those. So they're separate to this. But actual books that reading for pleasure, I think there's only 6 left on hold on my card. And then the 25, 30 or so that I have in my drawer, and that's it. And then I'm not borrowing anymore or putting any more on hold, besides my uni reference books, for the foreseeable future, for some amount of time that I will be able to commit to reading these. Because as you saw, I haven't actually read that many of them because I haven't had time. I've had to prioritize library books because they have to go back. I only have those for a short time. So I kind of take these ones for granted that, I've got all the time in the world to read those, I own them, and I never get to them. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so that's the plan. Exhaust the books that are on my library card, moratorium on my library card, no more borrowing for a while, not forever, and get into these ones behind me, and the ones in my dining room, and hopefully make some cool vlogs and reviews about the books that I own, and give a few to friends to read as well, because that's what I like to do. I like to read them, and then if they're good, I pass them on to my friend Kelly, who's also a big reader. Also my colleagues at work who are also big readers, I'll pass books on to them too, and just put them out into the universe for other people to read too. So that's my plan. So yeah, thank you so much for keeping me company today and coming on my bookshelf tour, and also coming to my cafe study session this morning, which was really nice. It is freezing down here in Melbourne today. I hope you are nice and warm wherever you are. I hope you have a lovely cup of tea, and I hope you do something nice for yourself today and maybe start a new book, right? Yeah, or get reading that one that you've been reading that you have put down. And I know where is it in your house? It's on your bedside table. It might be on the coffee table. Go get that and read that today, and hopefully you're nice and warm and comfortable at home. And I will catch you in the next vlog.